A bill moving through the Idaho House this week would help first responders, and we wanted to hear firsthand how they'll be affected by it. KPVI News that works for you. Journalist Deanne Coffin is live in the newsroom with what she learned. Deanne.
Thanks, Marlise. I met with a former first responder today who says this bill would help other first responders avoid the same fate as him if the bill passes.
The worst day of people's lives, that's when we show up.
Dustin Hell has worked for the Pocatello Fire Department as a paramedic for over 5 years. He suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, with symptoms beginning a few years into the job. He says it's affecting his family life.
There's a false persona that we come to work and then we leave it at the door when we leave. That's not the truth. You know, we take that with us. We take the pain of those families and the pain of those patients with us home. And for a lot of people, that comes out towards families and friends.
Dustin says as a result of his post-traumatic stress, it cost him his job at the fire department.
Not as of the department or anything saying, we don't want you around anymore. It is more of my symptoms were such as that I could not handle the job. I could not do to the best of my ability what the citizens deserve.
If Senate Bill 1028 passes, it would allow first responders like Dustin to get workman's compensation for a mental injury.
For me, it manifested as pretty extreme depression. There was some substance use with alcohol, just as a self-medication. And then the largest part was the sleep. I wouldn't sleep sometimes for days because I would have such bad night terrors and nightmares that I couldn't sleep for more than just a few minutes at a time.
Andy Moldenhauer, president of the Pocatello Firefighters Local 187 Union, is in Boise this week with the Professional Firefighters of Idaho to support the legislation.
One of the biggest things that happens is that this type of injury gets worse the longer you don't address it. And maybe had we had more active conversations or had more of a vehicle to be able to get that treatment earlier, then maybe Dustin would have been able to not be as injured as he was.
Now, most likely this bill will be going to the House floor tomorrow. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Deanne Coffin, KPVI News that works for you.
All right, thank you, Deanne.